Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyanwu. Guys, if you know that you have been watching my channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do me well to subscribe to this channel. And those that have been watching, I really thank you very much for my oldies and my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless every one of you. My beautiful people, we are still in the era of protest in Nigeria. This protest, the devil like it or not, it will hold. There are still, a lot of people are still debating on what happened in 2020 during NSAS protest. A lot of people are still afraid that maybe what happened that time can still happen this 29th July, that they are I will not even say you this time, because everybody is tired with Nigeria. The economic is too bad, and the worst part of it, up till today as we are talking, our president has not come out to address the issue, to even promise the people, the masses that are planning to protest, to even give them a word that will calm them down. Only God knows what they are planning. Only God knows what they are planning this time around, because I know that in cases like this, the head of state or the president or whoever might come out, especially they really want Tinubu to come out, talk to the people, give the people hope. Instead of Tinubu doing that, he's busy squandering the money, spending the money the way he wants, building houses for people that don't supposed to have houses. Then the people, the masses are suffering. So my people, today I'm with, I was watching this channel televisions, and when Shegun was interviewing this our Femi Falana, the man talked very, very well. Please guys, before we continue, let's just listen to what this man has to say. Thank you.
That they need to protest what has become a major hardship issues in the land, whether or not the government is listening. Yesterday, the Nigerian Labour Congress warned and said the president and the federal government must listen to Nigerians. Of course, a lot of things are happening too. My guest tonight will also be giving us insight into what is going on in respect of the Dangote refinery. I don't know how many of you had read what Mr. Adeshina of the African Bank has written. That will give you an insight into the implication between what is happening with the private entity, the NNPCL, and the federal government. A lot has happened. My guest tonight will be giving us insight into all of these issues. I'm being joined tonight on the program by a very well-respected Nigerian lawyer, right activist, senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, joins us live from Lagos. Thank you so much, Mr. Falana, for joining us tonight on the program.
Thank you, Sean. You are welcome back from your leave.
Thank you so much indeed. I appreciate it. Let's get first and foremost, before I get into other issues, this planned and bad governance protest has been planned by some citizens. It does look, from what the minister said, you heard him, he's asking, speaking for the president, he's saying, look, the people of Nigeria should shelve these planned protests and actions are being taken. He also made a promise that we're going to be hearing from the president. Is that kind of narrative, that kind of rhetoric, is that what you think should be coming out right now?
Well, for me, I think the government is lucky this time. In 2020, there wasn't a notice given by young people before embarking on the NSAS protest. I've followed the debate and the concern of the government or the worry of the government has not denied the right of Nigerians to protest for or against the government, because that is a constitutional right. But what I think the government is worried about is the possibility that violence might occur. Again, from my experience, in protests. I mean, I've taken part in protests for over 40 years in the country. Young people or workers have never gone out determined to engage in violence all the time. Violence had always occurred going back to the 70s when students are shot, unarmed students are shot. The last time, people are now destroying our history, distorting our history by saying, oh, in 2020, young people were violent. No. The young people took part in the protest, in the NSAS protest, gathered in different places. In a place like Lagos, they gathered in Alausa at the Secretariat. They also gathered at Lekki. And they were singing and discussing among themselves. People were giving them food. What happened was that the attack on the youth started in Alausa here when a notorious transporter in Lagos, a notorious union leader, sent his thugs to attack the unarmed youths in Alausa. They overpowered the thugs, but the police did not arrest or charge them. The same thing happened in Abuja and other places. And of course, until the government decided to unleash people you call hoodlums and thugs on the young people, when that did not work, the government sent troops, armed soldiers, to engage in killing of young people. Right. In 1 week, about 99 people were killed in Lagos. I don't want to talk about Ogbomoso, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, and Benin, and other places where young people were shot at, where young people were killed. So the violence that characterized the end of the NSAS protest was instigated and fueled and sponsored by the government. Yeah. This time around, I think the government is beginning to learn from the past. I mean, last year, the Nigerian Labour Congress wanted to have a protest in solidarity with ASU during the strike. Oh, he said, no, you cannot go on strike. Hoodlums might take over. And I drew the attention of the government to the relevant provision of the Police Establishment Act of 2020, Section 83, subsection 4, that during protest, the police shall provide adequate security for the protesters. That is the law. So what should be done, or what is expected, if there's going to be a protest and there's an announcement, is to ask the protesters, where do you want to gather, so that the police can surround the place and ensure that hoodlums, so-called, or thugs, normally employed by politicians, deployed by politicians during elections, will not take advantage of genuine protests in the country. And I think that is what the government should do now. So identify the organizers and collaborate with them to ensure that violence will not occur.
So let me get you to reason with some of the issues that have been raised. And those who will say one of the strengths of the NSAS protests, on one hand, was that there were no leaders. There were no persons who are in the front. There were just people who, according to the organizers, organically were leading the protests, who identify as possible on-the-spot leaders. There were no organized leaders, although there are some people who are doing the strategy in the corner. And there are those who will say, in fact, that was the major problem of the NSAS protest, because it didn't have an organized leadership. And then when things went south, there was nobody to be able to hold accountable, and there were no leadership to be able to put it together. And these are some of the issues that have been raised. that if you allow the kind of violence, for example, that we saw in the 2020 EndSARS protest and the aftermath of what we saw in Kenya, yes, the people of that country spoke loudly, but it has left businesses in Kenya burnt, destroyed, and brought down. How can we avoid this sort of situation, Mr. Falana?
Yeah, number one, what they call it, young people call it leaderless revolution. And I mean, we know those who, the government, officials of the government, know that their children participated in the protests of 2020. I know my own children participated in the protests of 2020. And when you ask the young people, why don't you have leaders that the government can talk to? Say, no, this is a sudden protest. We are compelled to have this protest. Once they know our leaders, the government can easily call them and bribe them or intimidate them and stop the protest. So, but they had a way of contacting themselves. And I think that is the lesson the government can draw some lesson from that experience. How do you identify those who are using statements, those who are planning the protest, and then engage with them productively? But threats will not work. In fact, on some occasions, the desperation of government also has a way of popularizing such protest. And when you are also getting some leaders of some phony organizations coming out, oh, we are dissociating ourselves from the, you didn't plan the protest with them. That will not work for the government. Or some last year, the Johannes came out to say, no, the Igbo people should not join the protest. Led by an Igbo man anyway, Joe Ajero. Oh, the Yoruba people came out, Afenifere, faction of, oh, please, Nose Yoruba son should come out and join the protest. That will not work. Nobody listened to such, warnings. So this time around, the government should try to identify the leaders of the movement and then engage, have some dialogue with them. And then the questions being raised, there are demands that are being made. The government should address this demand. And between now and the 1st of August, it's still a long way. And it's happily, I understand the government is going to address the nation. And it is also important for governors to really come out and let the people know what they are doing to address hardship in the country, which nobody is denying. Suffering in the country, which nobody is denying. And then you still have governors say, oh, we're not going to be able to pay a minimum wage of 70,000 naira. That is not the kind of language that you expect leaders, the type of statement that leaders should make at this point in time.
So, Mr. Falana,
I think a lot depends on the government.
Let me ask, is it fair, though, to want to stage a revolution protest against a government that's spent just about a year in office?
Sheung, when you talk of revolution, right? You don't go to the market to announce a revolution. There are objective factors in the country for a revolution. But whether this, the agents of revolution are around the corner is a different matter. And that word is used loosely in the country. Sometimes officials of the government use.
So, my people, I know this video is too long. I just wanted this part so that I can say something, my own opinion. Although we know that Nigerian power or government is no more democracy. We are not practicing any more democracy, but what we are practicing now is dictator. We are practicing a dictator government, because when you speak that doesn't favor them, they will come for you. When you speak what doesn't favor them, they will come for you. But it don't supposed to be so. Okay, You guys have heard what this lawyer has said, you know, Mr. Falana. No. Segun has asked him a lot of questions, and now they are referring this protest back to 2020 protest, which I think it was hashtag NSAS. Yes. So in that protest, a lot of people, a lot of youth were massacred. A lot of youth were being massacred in that protest. So a lot of people are afraid now that it might lead to that 2020 protest. I don't really know what is happening right now. The government has not even come out to address the issue. Like what I normally know, a protest is some, even in advanced country, as this Mr. Falana has already said, a protest is always protected by police, armies, but not the other way around. You know, not the other way around. People coming out to destroy things, to buy people, not the other way around. You see in advanced country, when people are protesting, you see they carry placards, you know, and you see police and armies behind them, protecting them. Make sure that no violence, make sure that they don't destroy anything. Protest is something that's supposed to be free, because people, they are just carrying placards. They don't carry cutlass or guns, because they have freedom to their demand. They want government to listen to them. And what, you know, Segun just asked that, how are they going to protect this protest not to happen the way it happened in 2020? So this Mr. Falana has said that, yes, because that protest 2020, there was no leader. They didn't have leaders. And I can understand with the youth, because all of us know Nigeria is corrupt. The way Nigeria is very, very corrupt. When they have leader, this government officials can still call them and bribe them and give them huge amount of money, and they will even fight against the people they are leading. Yes, because I watched a video where very dark black man was talking of leaders. He was talking that they should choose leaders. They should come together and know who is going to lead for the protest. So I saw a lot of comments. I even watched a video that somebody came out to blast very dark man that in this protest there's no leader. They will not have any leader. That everybody should come out. Everybody is a leader, because they are looking for a way now to go and collect bribe, to go and start looking for money. And you know that every protest planned, and in Nigerian own, is always government. The government sponsor all those people that would hijack the protest. I know Nigerian government, they will use one way or the other to hijack the protest. Pay all these people that don't have any conscience. Because right now, everybody is suffering in Nigeria. Everybody is suffering in Nigeria. There is no tribe in Nigeria that they are not suffering. Everybody is hearing it in Nigeria. So, I don't really know. Let's even talk about the minimum wage. Okay, the minimum wage now, the Senate has signed. You know, they have authorized that they should be paying 70,000. But according to the news, they say the president has not yet signed. Hey, God. So, right now, my question is, what is 70,000 naira? I want to ask a question. All of them that are sitting in Senate, all of them that are sitting in Rep House, all of them that are sitting in Aso Rock, are they collecting 70,000 naira? Is 70,000 naira their salary? Because everybody is under government workers. Everybody is under, they are all government workers. If you are working in Senate, you are under government. If you are working in House of Reps, so you are under government. If you are even sitting in Aso Rock, you are under government. Because even you have, but you see them in Senate, they will buy luxurious cars of billions of naira, build houses of billions of naira, stealing government money. You know, we don't have refinery in Nigeria, no companies, nothing. We are not producing anything, but Nigeria have money. All this money is going inside their pocket. They have sold their Shokoto or their Agbada with 20-story building of pocket. That when they put, it will enter the 4th-story building, 2nd story, before it will reach the 10th-story building. Then they don't even know where to keep money anymore. They are burying money in their houses. They are burying money behind their houses just because of their greed. Their greed. Okay, these things have been happening. Our president, the one that called himself our president, has not come out to address people, has not come out to speak on this protest. What they are planning now is for them to hijack the protest, for them to send armies officials to come and be massacring people. Well, my people, let's continue to just listen to, you know, because I don't want to play this video everything because it will be too long.
Do you have interest in politics now? Aside from wanting to become governor of Ekiti State years ago, I don't know, you declare that you are a political person. In what sense? Can you clarify, though?
So I'm involved in mobilizing Nigerians, right? To terminate oppression in our country, to terminate exploitation in our country, to control the resources of our country, which are immense. So I am involved in the process to ensure that no Nigerian goes to bed, you know, hungry. No Nigerian will get to the hospital and not be treated with our resources. I'm part of the program very soon to end public officers going abroad for medical treatment.
Wow.
If we stop that, they will fix our hospitals.
Very good.
So that I am a political person, and it's not by joining APC or PDP or APD, you know, that you get involved in politics. I'm also involved in setting up a socialist party in Nigeria.
When will that happen? Is it going to be ahead of
the
2027?
destruction of our country by capitalist people.
This political party that you're talking about, Mr. Falana.
To that extent, I'm a very political person.
Yeah, this party you are saying you are joining to form, is it going to be ahead of 2027? And you're going to be seeking some kind of election, isn't it?
No, come again.
You talked about you joining forces to form a political party. When is this political party coming into fusion?
Well, a lot of mobilization is going on across the country. And very soon, Nigerians will know that we are bringing back politics of ideology in our country, politics of issues, and not politics of religion, ethnicity, and other primordial sentiments. Very soon.
All right. We'll be hoping to see how that happens. Who are your friends that you are in this together? Who are those that are in this?
Shegu.
Can we know them?
Shegu,
you and who are the others?
Not yet. Except to say that we are working with positive change agents across the country. Revolutionary forces
Is
Those who
El-Rufai
believe
or Peter
that
Obi part of
Nigeria
it?
cannot develop as a nation under a peripheral capitalist ideology.
Is any of this person I
we're
mentioned part of
forces.
it? Is Peter Obi, Pratutomi, El-Rufai, are they part of this amalgamation, this amalgam of people?
No, again, as I said, I'm not in a position to open up yet. But very soon, Nigerians will know who these forces are.
Yes.
We're also going to fight imperialism.
I support
Countries and institutions that are promoting underdevelopment, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa.
Okay.
So it's a big project.
We'll be looking forward to that. That sounds interesting to me. I would like you to talk to me. I mean, I would love to see a departure from the left of the center ideology of political party that we've seen in Nigeria. It does look like it's a toss between left and right. We would love to see something totally different, a departure. But before we go on a break, let me show you, Mr. Falana. Yeah, let me show you this. What the IG said earlier today, and he said they will be monitoring. Take a listen to Mr. Kawade Egbetokun, the Inspector General of Police.
It is important I address an issue of urgent national importance which appears to have gained some momentum, particularly on the social media in the past few weeks. Some groups of people, self-appointed crusaders and influencers, have been strategizing and mobilizing potential protesters to unleash terror in the land under the guise of replicating the recent Kenya protest, the Beku. While the force acknowledges the right to peaceful protest as enshrined in our Constitution, we must ensure that these protests do not snowball into violence or disorder.
very good.
All right. Mr. Falana, that was earlier today, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kawade Egbetokun. Please, hold that on one hand, on your left. Let me give you yet another soundbite. This one coming from the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, whose concern is the political nature of this planned protest. And I'd like you to respond to it. Take a listen to Mr. Nyesom Wike.
The protest is a political protest. It's those of you who are worried that, yes, everybody is not happy that there's hunger, everybody is not happy that there's unemployment, but this unemployment was not started or was not created by this administration. And the administration is just trying to put things together, which of course will take some time. And you know, I agree with Nigeria, when you're hungry like this, you don't want to listen to anything again because you're hungry. But understand that somebody's trying to solve that problem of hunger. So let us not listen to political protests, political jobbers who just want to be popular.
Yeah, I'm due to actually take some messages from the commercials. But before then, let me allow you to respond to these two soundbites. On one hand, the IG, and it does look like the security agencies are not taking this lightly. And on the other hand, the FCT minister. How do you react to some of these sound bites and these statements, Mr. Falana?
Sean, I'm going to react to the statement of the Inspector General of Police alone. I mean only. I'm not going to join issues with Mr. Nyesom Wike, for personal reasons. The IG has spoken very maturely, and according to him, it is the constitutional right of Nigerians to protest. And nobody can take that away from us. But the idea said, if you are going to protest, it must not snowball into violence. Again, this is where a duty has been posed on the police under the Police Establishment Act to find out where protesters would like to go to, and then ensure that adequate security is provided. And I'm also sure that no reasonable Nigerian will want to go out to protest with a view to damaging government property. Again, as I said,
My people, you have heard everything. I pray God should really intervene in this one. according to what the police inspector general said, that they should make sure he has given the police forces, and he has given the police forces to, he has given them what work to do. They should make sure that this protest doesn't result to violence. That is what we want. People are coming out that they want the government to listen to them. They want the government to hear them. They want the government to answer them. They want the government to end the suffering in the land, the hunger in the land. Right now, Nigeria money has no value. Has no value. Even though you use 1 million naira to go to market, you cannot buy anything. Just because of the way they have inflated the money. So, my people, you guys have heard it. If you have anything to say in the comment section, feel free to do that. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Watch the video. The full video is in Channels Television. Go and watch. I just wanted to pick some facts. Then I will analyze on it and I will talk about it. Nigerians, we are suffering. So, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.